From Winter Haven, Florida, today on YouTube, Dolphins basketball as Brunswick invades the Sunshine State for the Polk State Classic. And the Dolphins will take on the host school, Polk State. The Eagles are 4-4, Brunswick at 9-2. Hi again, everybody. Chris Shima, glad to be with you as we settle in and get ready for the tip-off. Let's meet the starting lineups while they do that for Polk State and head coach Brandon Giles. It's number 0, Moises Valdez. Number 10 is Ethan Simon. Number 14, Marquise Da Silva Romeo. Number 21, Trey Jackson. And number 23 is Josh Pitts. Usual starters for Walter Shaw today. Number 1 is Junior Bowser. Number 4, Darius Kane. Number 11, Blake Bartney. Number 22, Linwood Rowe. And number 33 is Zion Gardner. So Dolphins control the opening tip as Brunswick has 10 on the shot clock. Bartney sends it over to the left side. Darius Kane attacks and he will score. So Darius Kane scores the opening basket of the game as Brunswick and Polk State meet for the first time in both of these programs' histories. Polk State coming off a loss against 5th-ranked Northwest Florida State, 70-59. That was back on December 7th. So they've been off for 12 days. Dolphins, meanwhile, they swept both games at the Holiday Classic last weekend. If you weren't with us, they beat Harcum by 20 and then took down Chattanooga State by 15. Quick turnaround for the Dolphins. Tomorrow they will take on St. Petersburg at 1 p.m. So nighttime tonight, and then we'll be the first game tomorrow, so we'll definitely be on time tomorrow. You don't have to wonder about that. Kane into the forecourt now for Brunswick. Top of the key 3. Blake Bartney gets it to go. Good start for Brunswick as they lead at 5-zip here in the opening 90 seconds. Pitts on the near side. That's going to go into the backcourt, and that'll be a turnover for Polk State. Polk State is 1-1 against other Region 10 opponents. Salk beat Polk State in OT, 134-127 in the season opener. And then Polk beat Denmark Tech the next day, 89-63. And you know, an 11-point loss to Northwest Florida State's not a bad result if you're Polk State. So this is a team that, you know, they played within 11 against the number 5 team in the country. So good start here for the Dolphins, going to be key. Rebounding also going to be key. Linwood Rowe is open at the buzzer. He buries a triple as the Dolphins stay hot from downtown. Trying to answer back quickly. The reverse shot is good as Polk State gets on the board. Check and see who scored that basket as the Dolphins are launching away. Couldn't get that one to go that time, but it's off Polk State and out of bounds. So first basket of the game for the Eagles. That's Ethan Simon, who averages close to 14 points per game. Kane bounced past to Gardner. It's poked away. Good interior defense there by the aforementioned Simon. Into the front court, the Eagles on their home court. Top of the key 3 is short. Polk State as a team 33% from 3. Dolphins are almost 40% from behind the arc as a team. 9th in the NJCAA in that category. This time Blake Bartney takes the midi and hits it, so Bartney's got 5 of the 10, and you can't ask for a better start here for Brunswick. 17:20 to go. We're just underway, and it's all Dolphins by 8. Jackson was cut off. Pitts now will set things up. Da Silva Romeo. And that jumper is long. Chasing down the rebound again. Brunswick into the front court. It's Bowser. Eagles get back, so Dolphins will set it up. Darius Kane being aggressive again, and we're going to have the second foul on Polk State with 16:49 left to go as Brandon Giles gets ready to make 3 subs. Eric Daly, Braylon Wells, and Jimmy Cammy are all going to come in after the Eagles are off to a rough start on their home court. Darius Kane 64% free throw shooter. Darius Kane averaging close to 10 points per game, close to 6 rebounds a game, and 5.3 assists to go along with 2.3 steals. Dolphins after tomorrow will be off until after the new year. They'll get a little holiday break as Kane up to 3 points. And the Dolphins lead at 11-2. Into the forecourt now, it's Pitts again running the point. Guarded by Bartney. 16:35 to go in this first half. A step back triple off the back iron by Pitts. Rebound controlled by Rowe. Dolphins averaging 89 points per game. Zion Gardner looking to back down. Flips it up. No. Linwood Rose there on the offensive glass. It's Bowser from the corner. Yes. Now away from the ball, there was a foul called. And I believe the basket is going to count, and then the foul will go against Brunswick. But again, it was after the release. Zion Gardner picks up the foul, so first foul of the game on Brunswick. Ty Outlaw comes in for Gardner. First sub of the game for Walter Shaw. This is a Polk State team that shoots a lot of threes. 7th in the NJCAA shooting triples. They're trying to attack on the inside and nothing much working. And even that throw-off attempt there by Pitts, who tried to deflect it off the defender, ends up in a Dolphins steal. And then Brunswick turns it right back over. 15:47 left to go. Good start for Brunswick. 13-2 against Region 8's Polk State. Dolphins basketball here on YouTube. Brunswick at the Polk State Holiday Classic, and Polk State off to a rough start. Eagles just 2 points on the board against Brunswick's 13. Chris Sheeman, glad to be back with you from the home studio in Cleveland, Ohio. Wherever you're watching from, thanks for joining us. We'll be with you again tomorrow as well. Mentioned this is a team that shoots a lot of threes, and Jackson hits the first for Polk State. So that's the one equalizer here. If you're the Eagles, you're off to this rough start, but Polk State 7th in the NJCAA at 11.1 3-point makes per game. They're 6th in attempts at just over 33. Linwood Rowe cleans up his miss. Rowe's got 5. Bartney has 5. Dolphins back up double digits. Pull up quickly taken there by Daly, who's in. Offensive rebound by the Eagles. Driving in as Wells. Flips it up and in. So Polk State out of this media timeout, a little pep in their step. Brandon Giles, the head coach for the Eagles, might have given them a little talking to during that media timeout. It's 15-7. We are at the 14:40 mark here in this first half. It's Bowser with 2 points. Kane with 3. Gives it up. Blake Bartney cut off. Ty Outlaw. Outlaw had it poked away, and he touched it last. So for the Eagles, it's Pitts, excuse me. Ooh, almost picked up that extra foot. Jackson fires another 3, so he's 1 out of 2. Linwood Rowe, another rebound. Dolphins ready to make a sub at the next dead ball. Darius Kane takes it to the elbow. Top of the key. Rowe for 3. Got another one. Linwood Rowe has 8. Dolphins back up 11, matching the biggest lead of the game. Region 8, the Sunshine State Conference, whatever you want to call it. Jackson's out of bounds there. Just a murderer's row of national contenders. Probably the top 5 schools at least in Region 8 are all in contention at Hutchinson every single year, it seems like. And then you have the Polk States, the St. Petersburg, we'll see tomorrow, though. St. Petersburg has had a lot of historical success. They're having a down year by their standards this year, but just so much good athletic competition and basketball at the JUCO level in the Sunshine State. Jordan Durham has come into the game. Nobody was paying attention to Cammie as he scores the easy 2. Still Brunswick by 9 with 13:21 to go in the half. Pull-up jumper is long, and Durham tried to save it, but couldn't, out of bounds. Have another sub here for Walter Shaw. Victor Alayo will come in. Mentioned the Dolphins 9th in the NJCAA in three-point percentage. Alayo, a big reason why. 53% from 3, 13th best in the NJCAA in that category. The quick trigger by Jones off the back iron on the triple try. Outlaw with the rebound. Brunswick, Alayo into the forecourt. Now here's Durham. Darius Kane, top of the key. He'll step into a triple. Missed it short. Rebound by Pitts. Pitts surveys as he brings it up. 12:43 to go in the half. Nobody picked up the ball. Bad defense there by Brunswick. And Polk State is now within 7 on back-to-back buckets. Linwood Rowe with 8 points already gives it up to Durham. Durham down low, just using his body as the Dolphins answer back. 20-11, 12:20 to go in the half. Pitts top of the key. Pitts at the half circle. Get Wells back to him. De Silva Romeo gives it up to Wells. 8 on the shot clock. De Silva Romeo. Wells in the corner. Takes it left of the lane. Fires a wild jumper. That was a doomed offensive possession for the Eagles. Dolphins nice defense there. Darius Kane with the ball fake. Kane on the wing gives it to Ty Outlaw top of the key. 11:42 to go. Dolphins by 9. Outlaw takes it himself. Wild shot. Rebound by Cammie. De Silva Romeo. Pitts over to Daly. Daly again for 3. This time it's good. So 3-point shooting certainly going to be a factor here today. Rebounding will be as well. Polk State, one of the best rebounding teams in the country. Overall, 49.9 rebounds a game. Here's Durham for 3. Got it. I don't think have the Dolphins missed from 3. I don't think so. Just a scorching start offensively for Brunswick. De Silva Romeo was long on his triple try. Here comes Brunswick again. Linwood Rowe's got 2 threes. He passes it up to Kane. Outlaw now backing down. Outlaw on the block. Outlaw in an awkward position. And that's going off the Eagles out of bounds. With 10:40 left to go here in this opening half, Dolphins are red hot down in the Sunshine State, and they lead 23-14. Polk State hosting your Dolphins this weekend here at the Polk State Classic. Dolphins are playing spoiler so far, 23-14. Dolphins red hot from behind the arc as they've been in the month of December and really consistently all season for the most part. Amari Latham in the game. Lost it, got it back. Outlaw backing down again. Couldn't score, lost it out of bounds. So Dolphins not getting a lot on the interior. It's all been from the outside just about. I started talking about this before the immediate timeout, but Polk State, 49.9 rebounds per game, fourth best in the NJCAA, and they are leading the NJCAA in defensive rebounding. Da Silva Romeo from the corner, 3-ball no good. So Dolphins are going to really struggle to get extra chance opportunities. So it's a good thing they're off to this hot shooting start. They haven't needed any offensive rebounds today because they barely missed a shot. We're just past the midway point, 9:52 to go in this opening half. Top of the key, Victor Elia. Here is Latham for three. Up against the shot clock, couldn't get it to go. Rebound controlled by Jones, who pushes it into the forecourt, into the lane. Can't score, but he's fouled. Correction, that's Daly. Eric Daly, leading scorer on the team, 17 a game. Also averages close to 4 rebounds, pretty good for a guard rebounding-wise. 3.6 assists and 2.5 steals. He's a very good free throw shooter at 81%. Both teams with 2 team fouls here in the early going. Daly up to 4 points. Outlaw out, Zion Gardner back in. Valdez back in for Polk State. Daly's got 5. So 23-16 Dolphins. They've led by as many as 11. Latham quickly into the forecourt, backing down. Left it for Gardner. I don't think Gardner was ready for it. It trickles back out to Amari, though. So Latham, top of the key now. It's Brewer. Caden Brewer in. Leaves it. Nice pass to Zion, who flips it up on the reverse. Good offense there, unselfish basketball for Brunswick as the Dolphins go back up by 9. 9:10 to go until halftime. On the far side, Valdez way too long on the 3. It was so long it came right to Cammy. He'll fire a triple. This is what I was talking about. This team's living and dying behind the arc right now. Durham, contested jumper. Tried to bank it, couldn't get it. Jackson, the rebound. Daly attacks. Lays it up, finger roll no, but fouls his miss. Daly's got 7. And the Dolphins lead back down to 7. 8.5 to go until halftime. Brewer turns on the Jets. Brewer being aggressive, and Zion Gardner's going to commit his second foul. 3 team fouls on Brunswick, 2 on Polk State. Josh Pitts coming back in for Polk State. Ethan Simon also back in. Both of those gentlemen have 2 points each. Dolphins, Linwood Rowe going to come back in. Bowser back in. What a first half so far for Linwood. Linwood's second leading scorer on the team at just under 11 points per game. He's got 8 already with 8:24 to go until halftime. Got a false start there, I believe. Elio going to go out. Blake Bartney coming back in as well. So Bartney with 5 points back on the court. Daly with the bounce pass to Simon. Simon left of the lane. To the cutter Pitts. Cut off on the wing. Back over to Daly now. Daly gets a screen. Rowe on him on the switch. Gives it up to Pitts. Pitts to the basket. Puts it up and in. So, quietly, Polk State has come back from 11 down. They trail by just 5. They get a steal here. Home crowd starting to make some noise. Pitts swings it out. Daly for 3. Good again. Daly in double figures, and Brunswick needs a timeout. Dolphins led by as many as 11. The lead is down to 2. 7:45 to go until halftime. It's Brunswick 25, Polk State 23. So this is kind of the microcosm of modern basketball now that we've seen in this first half from Polk State. They came out ice cold from 3, and now that they're heating up, they've come all the way back from 11 down. Still trail by 2, though. We have a foul right out of the gate. 7:42 to go until halftime. Chris Sheeman back with you. Thanks for being with me here today and tomorrow afternoon as well, as the Dolphins will take on St. Petersburg at 1 p.m. Polk State will take on South Georgia State at 3. Although I doubt we have any Eagles fans watching today, because we're using their stream. So I imagine those people are probably watching their stream. And if you're tired of the sound of my voice, you can, by all means, Polk State is streaming this on their YouTube channel. Dolphins with another turnover. Sloppy down the stretch here in this first half. 7:27 left to go. Darius Kane is going to come back into the game as Brewer goes out. Well, apparently Darius is not coming back, so he's going to have to... What is going on here? All right. Now they're going to allow the sub. So opportunity here for Polk State to tie with the 2, take its first lead of the game with a 3. Valdez gives it off to Pitts. Pitts swings it to Daly. Daly already in double figures, and that's just bad defense by Brunswick. Nobody's picking him up. He's the hottest guy on the court for the Eagles, and the Dolphins just let him go. First tie of the game. Even at 25, Dolphins haven't scored in a while, it feels like. 6:53 left to go until halftime. Linwood Rowe was hot early. Gives it off to Darius Kane with 12 on the shot clock, spinning, attacking, laying it off the glass. Kane now with 5. Brunswick back on top. Cross-court pass goes to Jackson. Jackson attacking. Jackson loses it. It's a steal by Rowe. Rowe had numbers briefly. Gets it to Latham. Slam dunk. Dolphins back up by 4. Good response here from Brunswick. Defense to offense. Pitts gets it down low, and the flip shot is good by Simon. Ethan Simon, 13.9 points, 9.6 rebounds. One of the reasons why this team is such a good rebounding team is that guy's a consistent double-double threat. That guy for Brunswick is a consistent three-point threat. It's Blake Bartney up to 8 points. Dolphins by 5. 5:43 left to go until halftime. Pull up by Daly, just inside the arc. Rebound controlled by Latham. Kane into the front court. Kane looking to cook. Kane, late whistle there on Jackson, who I thought played really good defense there on Darius Kane, but got him either with the body or on the arm, and Darius is going to get a couple of free throws. It's the 4th team foul on Polk State. Brunswick has 3. We've got 5:29 to go until halftime. The nightcap here on day one of the Polk State Classic in Winter Haven, Florida. I didn't ask. Maybe somebody knows on the YouTube chat. I would imagine, you know, JUCO basketball and all that. The Dolphins drove down this morning. Oh, that one spun around and dropped for Kane. So Kane 1 out of 2. He's got 6, and we have another timeout on the court, so we'll step aside as well. That's me, Chris Shima, glad to be with you here tonight. Polk State Holiday Classic, as Pitt's putting the moves on. Ball swung to Daly on the baseline, down low Valdez. Boy, I thought for sure there was going to be a foul on Brunswick there. So did the fans in the stands. No whistle. Dolphins get away with one that time. Kane into the forecourt, Brunswick by 6. 5 minutes to go until halftime. Bowser pull-up, got it to go. Junior Bowser's second field goal. Dolphins have led by as many as 11. They're back up by 8. Polk State was hot for a moment. Now Dolphins get another steal. Numbers, Rowe tried to throw it down. And they called a foul on Polk State there. Here's my problem with that whistle. I think Linwood should have given that ball up. He had a fast break. He had other guys. The defender came to him. He should have passed the ball. You're rewarding a bad offensive decision there with a ticky-tack foul call. But again, as we discussed last week, and my paycheck says Brunswick on it, so great call, officials. Terrible call. 9 for Rowe. Hey, ball don't lie if he gets both free throws, you know. Braylon Wells is in for Polk State, number 11. Ethan Simon. Marquise De Silva Romeo checking back in, number 14. So 1 out of 2 at the line. Ball kind of lied, I guess, would be the takeaway there. And it's a 9-point lead again. We've got 4:33 to go in the first half. Down low, Simon got hit. And Simon will go to the free throw line. So Dolphins led by 11. Polk State tied it at 25. 11-2 extended run for the Fins since that time. Ethan Simon, 52% free throw shooter, is up to 5 points. Simon's tied for 16th in the NJCAA in rebounding at 9.6 per game, so he's a guy who can get a double-double just about every single night for this Eagles program. Again, playing in Region 8, that is just a murder's row of national contenders. Definitely the best JUCO conference in the country. There are other very, very good teams scattered all across the country. There's not as many that are this good in one specific region. Linwood Rowe, good offense that time, as he's up to 11. Dolphins 38-29 now. 3:56 to go in the half. 38-29 is the correct score. I'm doing a lot of things, including keeping the score for you guys, so bear with me if it's a little slow to catch up on your screen. Good aggressive play again for Simon. He's up to 8. Lead is 7 again for Brunswick. 3:33 to go until halftime. Latham out deep. Bowser goes left of the lane. Triple team comes, looking back for Latham. Instead, it trickles out to Bartney. Bartney from the half circle gets the friendly bounce. Blake Bartney also in double figures now. So Rowe with 11, Bartney with 10. 21 of the 40 from those two guys. Speaking of a hot hand, Daly's up to 14 for Polk State now as he answers back. 2:54 to go until halftime. Quick trigger triple, and it's good for Brunswick. Blake Bartney with a baker's dozen here in the first half. Dolphins up double figures again. Bartney from 3 this year, 40%. I don't think he's missed today. Dolphins have missed very few from behind the arc today. Pitts answers back with a triple. So the offense starting to cook for both teams. 2:18 left to go until halftime. Brunswick leads by 7 again. And a deflection there with 12 on the shot clock. We've got another timeout. We'll take it. 2:04 left to go in this first half, and a good one between Brunswick and Polk State. All right, welcome back, everybody. Dolphins back on the court. They lead by 7. Polk State has not led in this game. We've been tied once at 25 all. Brunswick has led by as many as 11 in the game. Latham, Rowe, Bartney, Bowser, and Kane are the 5 on the floor. Dolphins will have 12 on the shot clock. 15 foul on Polk State. Dolphins have just 4. Shot clock now down to 7. Here's Bowser. Shot clock's at 3. They got to get it off. They're not aware. Bowser's not going to get it off in time. That's really tough there for Brunswick, especially coming out of a timeout. I'm sure the coaching staff made them aware, hey, we're going to be up against the shot clock here. Pitts into the front court. It's Simon from the corner. Bartney brings it into the front court for the Dolphins. Minute 34 to go in the half. Rowe with 11. Bartney's got 13. 24 of the 43 from those two. Bowser short on the triple try. Rebound by Simon. Simon already on his way to yet another double-double. Pitts with 7. Takes it to the elbow. Couldn't get the jumper falling away. Rowe with a rocket pass that's handled by Bowser, and he'll back it out. So Eagles getting back defensively. Still a pretty good offensive half here for Brunswick. A deep triple try, that time from Bartney, is no good. Tipped rebound to Wells. Wells has numbers. Gives it up to Daly. Daly tried to throw it down, no. Wells the putback, yes. Lead is 5 for Brunswick, 43-38. 45 seconds to go until halftime. So Polk State has continued to battle their way back here tonight. Darius Kane thought about it. Thought about it even on the step back. Shot clock down to 9. And Brunswick gets bailed out with a whistle. You can see what Eagles coach Brandon Giles thought of that. 6-team foul on the Eagles. And they're going to give free throws to Blake Bartney, who has been outstanding here in this half. I didn't think he was in the act of shooting. Now they're going to change it. So it'll be an inbound for the Dolphins. So 20 on the shot clock, 26 on the game clock here for Brunswick. So they can run some clock. Oh, they went yesterday. Thank you for letting me know. Here's Bowser. Again, 9 on the shot clock, 13 on the game clock. Rowe backing down with 4, with 3, and they bail him out again. That was an easy call to make as Rowe got Simon in the air. And Linwood going back to the free throw line. So Linwood Rowe can match Bartney for the team high here in this first half. Daly with 14 has the game high for Polk State. Valdez is going to come back in down the stretch for Polk State. And Trey Herbert will come in for Brunswick. 7.5 seconds left to go until halftime. If you don't want to squint too hard, you can. I'll keep you updated on the time. So lead back to 7. Rowe and Bartney now with 26 of the 45 points for Brunswick. 6 seconds. Down to 4. Pitts gets right around his man and scores at the buzzer. Terrible defense for Brunswick and an otherwise good first half. Dolphins lead by as many as 11, and they take a 5-point lead to the locker room. 45-40 Brunswick at the Polk State Holiday Classic in Winter Haven, Florida. We'll take the halftime break. We'll be back in about 15 minutes, bring you all the second half action. Don't go too far. Brunswick 45, Polk State 40. It's the Polk State Holiday Classic. Dolphins in Winter Haven, Florida for the weekend, and a quick turnaround as the Dolphins will take on St. Petersburg tomorrow at 1 p.m. We'll also have that one for you here on YouTube. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you from the home studio in Cleveland, Ohio. It's our last chance for a white Christmas, as it's going to be like 60 degrees here on Christmas, but we're getting a massive amount of snow today, so it's been fun to just kind of take that part of the holiday in. Dolphins enjoying the warm weather down in Florida as we're underway here in this second half, and that warm weather maybe helping them shoot lights out, especially from three, as the Dolphins were blazing from behind the arc. Polk State, though, hanging around. They trail by as many as 11 in the half. Daly's been a big reason why they've been in the game. They were looking for a whistle there, but Daly missed the three. Dolphins deflected out of bounds. Daly, the game's leading scorer, with 14 points. For Polk State, Pitts has 9. Simon with 8. Wells with 4. Jackson with 3. For Brunswick, it's Linwood Rowe and Blake Bartney. They have 13 points apiece. Darius Kane has 6, as that triple is off the mark, and Gardner gets the rebound. Bowser with 4, Durham with 5, Gardner with 2. So that's the scoring in the first half, as Zion Gardner, once again, silly fouls from Zion. It's been a season-long problem for him. That is 3 on Zion. First foul in this second half. We're just underway. 19:17 to go in the game. Polk State and the Dolphins meeting for the first time ever here at the Eagles Holiday Classic. Daly with 14 has it on the right wing now. Gives it up to Simon. Simon, step back jumper. No good. Blake Bartney the rebound. Bartney pushes it into the front court. Bartney attacks the basket, goes glass, and scores. That's grown man basketball. First bucket of the game to Brunswick here in the second half. So Brunswick led by as many as 11 in the first half. We were tied once, as the cleanup is good. Pitts now in double figures with 11. Second player for the Eagles in double figures. 18:35 to go in the game. Brunswick 47, Polk State 42. Just underway here in the second half. We were tied, I was going to say, at 25 before the Dolphins went on another run. Briefly went up by 10, but Polk State is hanging around. And again, they're not at the top of that very difficult Region 8 that we were talking about. Oh, what a job at the buzzer there by Linwood Rowe. Rowe and Bartney have 30 of the 49 for Brunswick, as Polk State goes quickly, comes up empty. I don't know if you want to get into a track meet with Brunswick, as Bowser with a rare triple miss for Brunswick. 17:47 to go in the game. Pitts back in the front court with 11. Pitts is demonstrative in his point guard duties as he directs traffic, goes to the hoop, takes his man, and scores. Pitts now with 13. And again, we're just kind of going back and forth here. We're right back where we were at halftime. 17:19 to go in the game. Dolphins by 5. Kane to Bowser. Junior gives it up to Darius. Kane cut off. Blake Bartney, top of the key. Back to Darius. 5 on the shot clock. Kane step back triple. No good. Rebound controlled by Pitts. I'm not sure if the Dolphins have missed back-to-back threes yet in this game. They do for the first time. Valdez for 3, in and out. Ball batted off the glass. It's chased down by Brunswick. Darius Kane spins into the forecourt. Leaves it for Bartney. Bartney flips up an air ball. Zion Gardner there, but threw it to the wrong team. Pitts with a 2-on-2. Pitts gets wrapped up. Scores it anyways. So he's going to have a well-deserved and one. Second team foul on Brunswick. None yet here on Polk State. Ty Outlaw is in for Zion Gardner. Victor Olayo is in for Brunswick as well. Wells coming back in for Polk State. The video has kind of gotten a little wonky, so I'm having a little trouble seeing here. But so it's an and one opportunity now to make it a 2-point game here for Pitts, who's got 15, matching Bartney and Rowe for the game high. And now he takes over the game high with 16. Dolphins playing with their food a little bit here as the shot clock never started. 16:26 on the game clock. And it actually kept running after the officials blew the whistle, so I think we're going to be at about 27. Don't forget, Dolphins will take on St. Petersburg back at Polk State tomorrow at 1 p.m. Then they're off until January 3rd and 4th. They'll be at the Hartford Classic. And that one we will not be streaming for you. But we will stream the next home game, which will be January 8th at 6 p.m. Dolphins against Franklin Prep. So the shot clock is going to be at 25. And there's still some discussion at the scorer's table about it. I think Walter Shaw, if I were a guessing man, might be asking if the game clock were right. Well, he took a point off the board for Brunswick. They took a point off the board for the Dolphins. That's what Walter Shaw is wondering about, and so am I. So I noticed Walter Shaw he's not usually, okay, now they're changing it back to 49. Good eye there by Coach. And meanwhile, this is turning into a very long delay. And there's more, by the way, than one person keeping score. Sometimes both teams will have their own stat people. Sometimes just the home team will do stats for both. But I know the score is right because I've been keeping it myself as well. And unless, I can always miss like a foot on the line or something like that, a 3 becomes a 2. That certainly something I can miss, but these... All right, we're finally back to basketball. Bowser was cutting backdoor, instead gets it on the wing. Step back Jay, Junior Bowser. 6 points tonight. Dolphins needed that. As Polk State starting to come back. We've played 4 minutes here in this second half. And down low, Simon is fouled. So Dolphins have racked up 3 team fouls. And with 15:58 left to go, Ethan Simon is going to go to the free throw line. We'll take a timeout first. Here at the Polk State Classic, Dolphins clinging to a 4-point lead. Welcome back to Winter Haven, Florida. Polk State Classic, 51-47 Brunswick here in this second half. 15:58 left to go. Dolphins already up to 3 team fouls, though, and more free throws coming for the Eagles. Polk State taking on South Georgia State tomorrow in the second game of the doubleheader. Dolphins will be first tomorrow, so we'll be on time at 1 p.m. Dolphins taking on St. Petersburg. Simon at the free throw line, opportunity to get into double figures now. He's got 8 points so far tonight. And he's not getting into double figures now as he misses the first of 2. Simon again tied for 16th in the NJCAA in rebounding. Double-double threat. Well on his way to another double-double here tonight. So 3-point game, 51-48. 15:52 to go in the game. Dolphins by 3. Pass deflected out of bounds. Last touch by Simon. So active defensively. Ethan Simon also averages 1.3 blocks per game. So Dolphins have 20 on the shot clock. Bowser to inbound it. Ty Outlaw down low. Flips it up. No. And again, you can see the rebounding ability of the Eagles. Everything is one and done for Brunswick. We have seen very little extra chance opportunities. Top of the key 3 by Jackson. No good. Jackson hit his first. He's missed a few since then. Dolphins still by 3. Polk State has not led in the game. Darius Kane, 15:15 to go in the game, gives it up to Alayo. Victor Alayo attacks. Scoop no, rebound Valdez. Daly into the forecourt. Jackson in the corner. Jackson for 3 off the back iron. Rebound controlled by Linwood Rowe. So neither team really scratching in the last couple of minutes since the media timeout. Just the one free throw by Simon. Kane looks around. Here's Bowser. Darius Kane, right of the lane. Had it poked away. 8 on the shot clock for Brunswick. 14:38 left to go in the game. Dolphins were red hot at the start. They've cooled off as the game has gone on. Kane gets it in. Shot clock at 6. The flip shot no good by Ty Outlaw. And again, one and done, one and done, one and done. Simon another rebound. Daly with 14 in the game, all in the first half. Gives it up. Jackson on the wing. Simon backing down. Turnaround. Finger roll is good. Simon with 11. It's a 1-point game. Dolphins have been able to answer every run by the Eagles. Let's see if they can do it again. Dolphins went up by 11 in the first half. Polk State tied it at 25. Dolphins went up by 10 again. Polk State cut it down to 5 at the half. And there's an answer right there by Bowser. So Bowser now with 8. 53-50 Dolphins. 13:40 to go in the game. Wells stepping back. Gets it back on the bounce pass. Here is Daly. Ball tipped by Simon. Extra chance opportunity here for the Eagles. Ball swung to an open Wells for 3. Off the back rim, another offensive rebound. And that one almost went down for Valdez, but he's getting free throws. Oh, they called it on Valdez on the rebound. He went over the back, they say. So my apologies, it's Dolphins basketball. .13:09 left to go in the game. Dolphins back on offense, leading by 3. Alayo to Amari Latham, who's in the game. Bowser over to Kane. Ty Outlaw posting up. Instead, Kane goes to work. Now scoops it over to Bowser with 4 on the shot clock. He's got to get it off. He does, and he scores. Junior Bowser for 3. He's got 11. Dolphins, just like that, back up by 6. Every time they've had an answer, Polk State can't get the triple to go from Valdez on the left wing. 12:29 to go in the game. Brunswick trying to push the lead back out further. Polk State was knocking on the door, trailing by 1. Back-to-back buckets for Brunswick. Now they look to get a run going. Darius Kane falling down. Gets it away to Alayo. Alayo attacks. Can't score. Ball deflected. A rare offensive rebound by Brunswick. And it's going to lead to free throws for the Dolphins. That's second to team foul on the Eagles. Victor Alayo on the year. 79% free throw shooter. I mentioned it in the first half. Alayo is 13th in the NJCAA, shooting 53% from 3. And today, he gets that free throw to go. That's actually his first point. So, Alayo gets them both. Dolphins, just like that, back up by 8. 12 minutes to go in the game. Daly into the front court. Let's see if he starts to get aggressive again. He's been quiet so far in the second half. Gives it up. 3 no good by Da Silva Romeo, who's back in the game. It's the same conversation we were having in the first half. You live and die by the 3. Sometimes they go down, you start to make runs. Sometimes they don't go down, the other team makes runs. You're always kind of in the game, it seems like, here for Polk State, but the 3-point shooting has cooled off. Ty Outlaw with 5 on the shot clock. Puts it up and in. Tough offensive game so far for Ty. Gets that one to go, and the lead is back to double digits. Eagles going quickly. And Wells counted in the foul. Correction, Simon counted in the foul. Wells had it, gave it up. And a much-needed bucket there for Polk State. 11-11 left to go in the game. And the Dolphins back up by 8. Polk State shooting a free throw when we come back. All right, welcome back, everybody. Chris Sheeman with you at the home studio in Ohio. And one opportunity here for Simon. I'm just going to go out on a limb and say he's got a double-double today. 13 points. I think the guy's got at least 10 rebounds. So Dolphins took a 10-point lead, went on a big run. And now Eagles trying to climb their way back yet again. Just one tie in the game, but Polk State continues to hang around. They gave that point to Brunswick at the gym. Okay, now they corrected it. Scoreboard's having some issues at the gym, but we got it right for you on our stream. That's what you need to know. 10:50 to go. Amari Latham turnaround jumper no, and Latham with the putback as he was falling away. He was looking to draw the whistle, and he got the call. So Amari going to go to the free throw line. Latham with 2 points in the first half, looking to add to his total here today. 9-2 Brunswick Dolphins, 4-4 Polk State Eagles tonight for you on YouTube. We'll be with you again tomorrow at 1. Brunswick taking on St. Petersburg here at the Polk State Holiday Classic. Jimmy Cammey is back in the game for the Eagles. So they're going to say he wasn't in the act of shooting. Inbound goes to Bowser. Bowser pass deflected, and wow, what a job Wells did to save that. And then Olio takes it right back. Here's Bowser, slam dunk. Dolphins by 9. 10:30 to go in the game. Bowser's got 13. Bartney and Rowe have 15 points each. Cammey gives it up. De Silva Romeo looking for his first basket. Missed it short. Kane with the rebound. Mentioned Darius Kane, really good rebounding guard. Nobody picked up the ball until it was too late. Darius Kane with an opportunity for an and one. And just like that, the Dolphins take its biggest lead of the night and a chance now to go up by a dozen. This matches the biggest lead, I should say. They led by 11 early on. It was 18-7. Valdez checking back in. Jackson back in for Polk State. Both teams with 4 team fouls with 10-11 to go in the game. So Brunswick will maintain the 11-point lead. Darius Kane up to 8 points. Pitts into the forecourt. Jackson, cut off, swings it out to Silva Romeo. Finally gets one to go. It's been an offensive struggle for him. He buries the triple. It's an 8-point game, and it's a timeout for Polk State. Well, the theme tonight so far has been Dolphins go up big, Polk State comes back. The Dolphins still have not relinquished the lead. We've only been tied once at 25 all. Brunswick turns it over out of the timeout, though. It's a steal by Pitts. De Silva Romeo. Ball swung to the corner for Jackson. Jackson drives right around his man and scores. We've seen too much of that today for Brunswick. A lot of just blown coverages. 9:18 left to go in the game. Brunswick by 6. Bowser over to Kane. Kane with the ball fake. Met by Pitts. Gives it up to Olio on the left wing. 9 on the shot clock. Kane back to Victor. 5 to shoot. Olio from the elbow got it to go. I mean, defenders all over the place. Victor Olio up to 4 points, and Pitts loses it out of bounds. Darius Kane claps in approval with his strong defense there. That's more like it for the Dolphins. 8:51 to go in the game. Brunswick by 8 with the basketball. Victor Olio on the left wing. Bowser 13 points. Gives it up to Kane on the right wing. It's a zone right now for the Eagles. Catch and shoot three. Way off the mark. A rare wild shot there by Elia. Polk State again was looking to run, and the Dolphins getting back. Pitts on the far side of your screen. 8:14 to go in the game. Pitts flips it up, no, on the turnaround, and it's batted out of bounds off Brunswick. So Eagles will get another opportunity. Valdez is out. Daly is back in. Again, Daly with 14 points, but nothing yet here in this second half. The team's leading scorer, one of 5 players averaging in double figures this year for the Eagles. Jackson going to work. Jackson, turnaround, no. Amari Latham might have gotten a deflection on that, and then it's deflected out by Jackson. We've got another timeout. 7:55 left to go in the game, and the Dolphins still up by 8. That's me, Chris Shima. Glad to be with you. 7:55 to go in the game. Dolphins 66, Eagles 58. Out of the timeout, it's Jordan Durham in the game. Darius Kane remains in. Elia Latham. A little pressure here from the Eagles now. And I mean a little. There was not much there. So Dolphins into the front court. They showed signs of pressing. Linwood Rowe has also come back in. 15 points for Linwood in this game so far, but he sat for a while. Darius Kane. Shot clock at 7. Gives it up. Elia for 3. No good. Offensive rebound by Durham. So we've seen a few more offensive opportunities for Brunswick, as Latham going to go to the free throw line. Foul will be on Cammie. For Polk State, for the most part, it's been one and dones. But the Dolphins down the stretch here in this second half have started to pick it up on the offensive glass. So Latham with 2 points tonight. Back at the line. 69% free throw shooter. I'll just tell you, folks, I'm still, it's been about 2 weeks since I got out of the hospital, and I'm doing great. But still a lot of just discomfort. So last week, I couldn't move at all. Like, if I moved, I was in pain. And now this week, if I don't move, everything tightens up and I'm in pain. So that's kind of what's been happening calling these games yesterday and today, as Latham gets 1 out of 2, 67-58. So if you just... I can't mute this microphone with this audio setup that we have until my head is fully recovered and I can put my headset back on. So if you hear a lot of moaning and whining, it's just a little discomfort. I'm okay. So both teams now with 5 team fouls. This is Braylon Wells going to the free throw line. He is Mr. Automatic at 92%. Or not. It's still early in the season, so sometimes these numbers don't quite tell the tale. Wells does get 1 out of 2, though. So the lead is 8 for Brunswick. 7 minutes to go in the game. Dolphins trying to win the first ever meeting between Brunswick and Polk State. Here's Durham attacking the zone. Finger roll no. Linwood Rowe in the lane. Got tied up. It's wrestled away by Wells. Grown man play right there by Polk State. And Darius came with the block. De Silva Romeo took on the point guard and got stuffed out of bounds. So it's going to stay with the Eagles, but some nice defense down the stretch here for Kane. 6:35 to go in the game, and Polk State will have 25 on the shot clock. Into De Silva Romeo. Wide open 3 is good. Jackson with 8. And it's a 5-point game again, so we're right back where we were at halftime again. 6:20 to go in the game. Dolphins still in a driver's seat. Rowe stays hot. Linwood Rowe just in rhythm today. He's got 18 points, and that is a game high. And he was on the bench for a while. You know, sometimes you cool off when you sit for that long. Not the night that Linwood's having. He is loving Winter Haven, Florida. Jackson trying to answer back again, no. Victor Elia the rebound. 5:50 to go in the game. Dolphins trying to go back up double figures here. Darius Kane puts the moves on, swings it out to Elia. Elia now attacking, but Pitts stays with him, so he goes back to Darius. 5:35 to go in the game. Shot clock is down to 10. Linwood Rowe the cutter. Swings it back out. It's Latham for 3, no good. Rebound controlled by Jackson. Throws the home run ball into the forecourt. Quick trigger triple goes down for Polk State. That is Romeo, De Silva Romeo. Hits his second 3 of the half, and we're back to 5 again. 5 minutes to go in the game. Polk State not going away on its home court. Pull-up jumper is no good. Rebound controlled by the Eagles. Here they come 4-on-3. And they're going to give continuation. Daly misses, but he's going to the free throw line. That's the aggressiveness we were seeing from Eric Daly in the first half. 6-team foul as well on Brunswick. Daly now with 15. Bowser is back in, Bartney back in, and Outlaw back in. Linwood Rowe, Darius Kane remain out there for Brunswick. So Daly now is 16. And it's a 3-point lead for Brunswick. 4:45 to go. Main offensive weapons are all back out there now for Walter Shaw. Rose got 18, Bartney 15, Bowser 13. Rowe gets it down to Ty Outlaw. Outlaw, good positioning, goes right to work. Outlaw's second basket. 4:24 to go, Brunswick by 5. Pitts swings it out to Silva. Romeo starting to heat up, and he is on fire. That is his third triple. It is a 2-point game. All right, let's see if the Dolphins can, if they can go on one final run here, that would wrap the game up. Polk State has shown no sign of quit, though. All you really need is one guy in rhythm. And right now, that guy is De Silva Romeo. Meanwhile, shot clock's at 8 for Brunswick. 3:49 to go in the game. Bowser cut off with 3, with 2, with 1. Rose got a hoist, almost got it to go. Ty Outlaw bats it, but it comes to Daly. Daly, chance to tie or take the lead now for Polk. Oh, Daly. I thought that might go down. He's fouled, though. And Polk State with an opportunity to even the game up for the first time in the second half and for the just second time in the game. Well, free throws when we come back. Dolphins hanging on for dear life against the host school. All right, Dolphins got to dig in here. Daly at the free throw line. Opportunity for Polk State to tie this ball game. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you. Wherever you're watching from tonight, thanks for hanging out with me. Daly was 16 in the game. He's an 81% free throw shooter. We have not been tied since 25 all back in the first half. 3:34 to go in the game. That was also team foul number 7 on Brunswick. Polk State has 5. So the Eagles have erased a 11-point deficit here in this second half. And this game is going to come down to 3 minutes and 25 seconds. Linwood Rose been hot with 18. Bowser's got 13. Ball in the corner for Alayo. Victor Alayo for 3. Alayo now with 7. Brunswick on top. 3:05 to go in the game. Here's Pitts. Daly attacking. Daly being aggressive and scoring again. Daly's got a game-high 20 now. Boy, he scores in bursts, but when he feels like cooking, baby, he cooks with grease. Darius Kane counted in the foul as the Dolphins answer back. How about that move from Darius Kane to get him in double figures? What a game this is turning out to be with 2:42 to go. Well, I hope the four-year coaches are watching this one because there's a lot of guys who looking real nice. Darius Kane up to 11. 16 foul on Polk State. 2:39 to go in the game. Dolphins by 4. Let's see if Daly goes again. That's going to be an illegal screen set on Wells. You can't, run into the player and set the screen that way. It's not like a linebacker or an offensive lineman setting a block. You can set a screen, you can't be moving, and Wells was literally running into the player on that screen. So both teams now have 17 fouls, a clock issue again. Offensive foul, so no 1-and-1, but it will be Brunswick basketball. Well, credit Polk State. And there's still an eternity in this game, of course. They've continued the fight here today. This is what I'm talking about. They're a middle of the road, maybe bottom half of this Region 8. And they're right with Brunswick. Here's Bowser. Pull-up is good from the elbow. Junior Bowser. And the Dolphins have answered with 6 straight. Wells trying to throw it down. Instead, he's going to the free throw line. Good hard foul there, but Dolphin might have taken the worst of it. Is that Linwood? No, Linwood is... It's Outlaw who's down, so Outlaw got the worst of it. And we've got an injury timeout. The trainer's looking at him. I'm not going to go away yet because Outlaw's up quickly. He might have to come out of the game, though. He's still walking better than I am, Ty. So Amari Latham is going to come into the game. Meanwhile, it'll be 2 free throws for Polk State here. Oh, correction. Zion Gardner is coming into the game. Again, Wells, the stat sheet says 92%. He's 1 out of 2 from the free throw line today. Rims that one in. So Wells now has 7. 4-point game. 2:10 to go in the game. Now the trap is on for the Eagles. No trouble for Brunswick as they get it into the forecourt. Darius Kane leaves it for Zion. The reverse, yes! Polk State went napping a little bit there. I think they were thinking that Brunswick was going to run the clock. They did not. And now here's the extra step by Wells to the bucket. So Wells with the last 4 for Polk State. 2-possession game still. Minute 39 to go. Dolphins still in control. All they got to do is keep the foot on the gas here. Clock's your friend, of course, but Dolphins a couple baskets away from icing this. Darius Kane with 8 on the shot clock. He's going to work now. Kane gives it up. Linwood Rowe with 3, with 2, with 1. Slam dunk as he spins around his man. Rowe with 20, matching Daly for the game high. Minute 7 to go in the game. Brunswick, it's still a 2-possession game here. But it's a 6-point lead. Wells trying to cut it in half. Can't do it. Rowe's got the rebound. And Brunswick in control. We're inside a minute to go. 53 seconds. Another basket here for Brunswick would ice it, most likely. Darius Kane is going to be fouled. Why would you foul now? With 9 on the shot clock. Unless Jackson just knew he was beat. Good sportsmanship there by Jackson, but it's a bad foul. So even just 1 free throw here for Darius would make it a 3-possession game with 37.7 to go in the game. Missed it, though. So that window is still open here for this 3-point shooting team. Oh, they're looking for Da Silva Romeo. He's been hot. He pulls up for 2, no good. And now they got a foul. There's 22 seconds in the game. And again, hard foul there. Good sportsmanship from Polk State. And then Linwood Rowe calls him off. Says, I got my teammate. So that is team foul number 9 for Polk State. One more 1-1 here for the Dolphins. Darius Kane has gotten popped a couple of times now here. The life of a point guard in a close game. Everybody wants you to have the ball, but if they're going to foul, they're going to foul you. So Kane will try it again now. Get that one to go. And now, Dolphins on their way to victory number 10 already this season. Kane up to 13 points as the Dolphins lead by 8. They just got to get out of the way. Linwood Rowe is going to come out of the game. Just don't foul here if you're Brunswick. Bucket no good. And did they call a foul? 14 and a half left to go. I'm not sure what that whistle's about. Maybe who touched it last? I have no idea. Dolphins are going to win this, though. 14 and a half seconds left to go in the game. Oh, they called a goaltend. So the basket is good. Dolphins are still going to win it, though. 86-80, 14 and a half seconds left to go. We'll take another timeout. All right, welcome back. 14 and a half seconds left to go. It's a two-possession game. Darius Kane will inbound it here as Brunswick appears on their way to victory number 10 on the year. Bowser is going to be fouled. So Bowser with 15, chance to add to his total. That's also team foul number 10 on Polk State. So double bonus now. 10.7 seconds left to go in the game. Don't forget, fans, we'll be with you tomorrow at 1. Dolphins and St. Petersburg here at the Polk State Holiday Classic. So 16 now for Bowser. And again, that's a three-possession game with 10.7. It's all semantics from here. 17 now for Bowser. So Polk State will drop to 4-5 on the year as Jackson scores again. .7. Dolphins just got to inbound it here. I think there's an issue. There's an issue with the clock again. Ooh. This ending is dragging, isn't it? By the way, correct score 88-82. Missed one of the free throws there for Bowser. I mean, the referees could really easily just keep time themselves and, you know, wrap this thing up. They had to shut down the entire scoreboard here now. So it all needs to be reset. So right now it says 4.2. And again, it's just all... And they've got the scoreboard counting down from 200. Y'all, I didn't know how good we had it at Brunswick. Whew. This has been painful at times. So, anyways, Dolphins are going to win this today. It will likely be 88-82. Let us pray that there's no more fouls by Polk State with the game basically over. I mean, how important is it that the scoreboard is working right now? To the extent that we have to have this kind of a delay. All right. I think they got it all fixed. Who's still with me? How many of you sickos are still watching? 32 of you people are still with me? It's Friday night. Thanks for staying with me. I'm not suffering alone. That's good to know. Inbound goes to Bowser. Thank God the game is over. 88-82 your final. Dolphins 10-2 on the year. What a game for Brunswick as they win it basically wire to wire here today. All right, folks, that's going to do it for us here at Winter Haven, Florida. We'll be back with you tomorrow for the finale of this Dolphins road trip here at the Polk State Holiday Classic. Again, 1 p.m., the Dolphins will take on St. Petersburg. Until then, have a great night, everybody. Take care.